Hey, what up, Big Rat? 3, 10, back at it. Hold on, let me see which one's better. That, yeah, I guess. Okay, heads up. Like I said, my No Way Out review will be late. My DVR did not record TNA last night. So I thought, okay, just don't watch it. Just go to TNA.com, watch their videos, and try to get a video out of that. And try to make a YouTube video out of that. But then I was missing some things from because I read the spoilers before, and I was like, well, where's all the other matches, all this? So I said, F it, I went on YouTube, and I found one of the many people and watched the entire TNA. But just to let you know, because I wrote some stuff down, but it might be out of order, because I first wrote stuff down from the videos, and then I went in order from the TNA. But I'll try to be as good as I can. Okay, so it starts off with Angle and Sting versus Team 3D, and the angle, not no pun intended, was that Kurt wouldn't tag Sting and Sting wouldn't tag Kurt. And then mentioned at the end, Sting slaps Kurt in the chest and pulls him over the ropes, and Kurt does a flip and flies. And then he's stuck with Sting. Sting pushes him, and Devon gets the schoolboy. You don't see Team 3D for the rest of the night, and I feel that this night revolved too much around Kurt Angle versus Sting, and it's like the frontline storyline is dead. Because I didn't see, there are many instances tonight where you'll see me go off against these guys. And then Jeff Jarrett has finally returned, his big return that everyone's been waiting for. He comes back and says, hey Kurt, man, you can't do this, you can't do that. And Sting goes, nah, I can do this on my own. Thanks, Jeff. So Jeff's return was pointless if he was just gonna get shut down by Sting. I mean, like, come on. You guys couldn't do better than that. Well, I really didn't like to see that. I liked when Mick Foley was giving an interview, and he said about his hardcore memories, hey, you never know, maybe I can mention when AJ almost broke my leg. That was funny because that was from Genesis. When AJ drove kicked through the table, Mick's leg was under it, and he almost broke Mick's leg. He goes, my time in Japan, or even my halftime heat match with The Rock. And I'm thinking about this. Halftime heat with The Rock is the empty arena match. And tonight, what do you know? You get announced an empty arena match. So there's just a little bit of literary foreshadowing for TNA. Something they're doing right. Steiner fights Petey in a loser leaves town match. Not only does Steiner destroy Petey in this match, but then, and not only does Joe do that speech to Steiner, not only does that completely destroy Petey's goodbye. That should have been an emotional thing. Now Petey's he just got ripped. He really should have left TNA a long time ago before this shit happens. Steiner finally beats him, and instead of him saying goodbye to the fans, waving, and like doing his peace, all this, you see Joe come out and do, I mean, come on. I mean, I know probably won't let the commercial say goodbye to the fans, but still, us fans at home want to see him say goodbye too. So why couldn't he just wave to us? And not only that, Joe's speech was done on Impact. He repeated the same speech he gave at Against All Odds, which means that his speech at Against All Odds meant nothing. Come on, Joe. What the hell? That really hurts this. Then they had the Gauntlet Battle Royal, which was won by Sojourner Bolt, which I agree, because now this will break up the crappy team of the Entourage. Or at least kick Sojo out. I like how they're calling her Sojo and not Sojourner, even though she said in an interview, no one can call me Sojo except my mom. But nah, forget. We're all Sojourner Bolt's mom, so that's why TNA's doing that. She's going to fight Awesome Kong, which I'm looking forward to. I actually like both. I know, Coffee, you hate her. She's gotten better. I know you hate pronouncing her name, but now she's called Sojo, so what's the big deal? So yeah, she could do well against Kong, because she knows Kong, she's fought him before, so you never know. I mean, not fought him before, she knows him, so they could have a good angle going to that. She went to the Widow's Peak, which was great since Victoria's gone, and I really miss her. And finally, you know what? Something that gives me faith in the X Division. It was Lethal Consequences against the Motor City Machine Guns, and they had a pretty good match. Very good. And Lethal Consequences actually won, which I didn't see coming. I thought for sure the Guns would win. They won, and then when they were going to shake their hands, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, of course, low blow them and flipped them off. And now they're going to have a street fight next week, which should be fantastic. This gives me faith in TNA again. Because they could still put on a good match like they did there. So, really, it's just the booking. The booking is just the only problem. But, anyways, I never said I hated TNA. I only made that video because I said I'm tired of people saying WWE sucks. And when clearly WWE is the best brand right now. There's a New Japan Pro Wrestling tag team coming soon. I've never heard of them. I mean, I've heard of, I think it's going to be, they're going to have like a 4 corners tag team match, and the winner will get to come to TNA. I think it might be, with Milano Collection AT's team, because I actually like him, but I'm not sure yet. So what's next? Oh yeah! TNA! What's the first thing they announced for Destination X? Not only did they have an Ultimate X, where they're canceling Elevation X, which I actually liked. I don't know if it's official. I just know that they're not going to have Elevation X on this pay-per-view. And they're bringing back, they're making a big deal. The Ultimate X returns at Destination X. Heads up. Elevation X happens once a year. Ultimate X, we've seen many, many, many times. We had 2 of them last year. So why is this such a big deal that it's returning? I mean, I'll admit, Rhino James Storm, was it good? Not really. But Rhino AJ was very good. Maybe that's AJ, but you never know. The Elevation X worked 2 years ago. So they could have tried it again. He had a great match and a pretty bad, and not a pretty bad match, just a bad match. So this year, TNA should have tried to do another Elevation X and see what the final result is. And if it worked, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Why do you have to ruin it by bringing back Ultimate X? We might not see Elevation X in a while. Come on, they could do better than that, TNA. And also, besides that, the first announcement for Destination X, we'll take time. What's gonna be the first match? Because that's what I look for in the first Impact or Raw or SmackDown or ECW after a pay-per-view. What's the first match gonna be for the next pay-per-view? Besides Ultimate X, come on, give me something. Give me something. ODB's date will be announced at Destination X. Oh yeah. Oh my, what the fuck? Come on. ODB's date. So people on YouTube can go make videos. ODB is going to pick one of the... She's not even going to pick anyone on YouTube. She's probably going to pick one on YouTube that doesn't even exist. And then they're going to make an angle out of it in TNA. Because that's what they do. Come on. I did like her angle, ODB's angle with Brutus Magnus. They both did very well. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did Brutus Magnus lose to Homicide? Because I saw TNA, but I didn't see that match. So, like, was it a dark match? But if it is a dark match, then why is it going to be LAX and Shane Soul versus Brutus Magnus and I forget the other 2 guys? They would only have that if Brutus Magnus had something against LAX because Homicide beat him. If it is true, I'm pretty pissed because I don't think Homicide should have been the one to do it. But I'm also happy that he doesn't have a big undefeated streak like Kozlov or like Tatanka back in the old days. I'm glad there was a short one so he doesn't seem like a superior force. So he can go back to a mid-carder where he rightfully deserves and not being immediately pushed to main event status, which would have happened if he stayed undefeated for about another month. Knowing TNA, probably about another week. Morgan and Abyss, you guys already know I hate this storyline. Because since Abyss already beat Morgan cleanly, there is no character development to be left. We already know that Abyss is a superior, so what's the point? In a feud like this, you usually want the heel to go over, and then the babyface tries to be the one to overcome and tries to beat the heel in the end. But when the babyface wins early, there's no more feud to be done. The feud is over because the babyface achieved all the revenge that he wanted to achieve early on. Why does he have to keep fighting him? It's so pointless. God, TNA. Stevie Richards back, of course, as the counselor as the therapist for Abyss. I'm not too fond of it. RKO Kid 89, thanks for the shout out. If you're gonna give it, you said you would. It's just RKO Kid 89 said on his next video that he would give me a shout out, and I appreciate that. And I'm gonna give you a shout out, RKO Kid 89. That's right, friends. It's RKO Kid 89, one of the most famous subscriber shooters on YouTube. His link is right there. Check him out. He's good. He's funny. He's against all odds. Review is very, very original. You really have to check him out. Okay, I think that's it. I've already told you guys I am going to watch No Way Out, but my review is going to be late. Don't expect my review till like Monday morning. If you're lucky, Sunday, really late, like 2 a.m. But really, Monday morning is most likely the best bet. Okay, that's it for me. I'm Big Rat. 3, 10, out. Peace.